You want to get started while Tyler's still setting up on the YouTube side?
We're both up, so we're good to go.
All right, now we got both going. Look at us. We're finally. Hallelujah. Oh. So, how should we start? 4 people watching on the Facebook.
Well, let's start off by apologizing again for just the fact that it took us that long to get set up. My computer, I was working on it for like probably about 6 or 7 hours today before I actually went live. So
he's been hard at work editing.
Yeah, I was editing up another video. It's almost done. But we wanted to cut it off before we went live, and I didn't restart it before we did that, and it was a nightmare trying to get it set up at first. So just thanks for bearing with us, and know that we do apologize for that happening in the beginning. So we're going live from the Crypt. If you see that the table is a little bit more cluttered on my end, I brought down some equipment tonight to talk about. We wanted to talk about some of the equipment we actually take out, and all this is basically what I had out in our most recent investigation. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first off, who do we got with us? I know you said my mom was in here, right?
We got most likely your mom, and most likely maybe Ann or someone else that is joining. It is showing. Well, that's probably me. So it's probably just your mom. So if your mom wants to shoot us another story, feel free to.
Well,
or you can.
We'll give it a second here. Look over at the YouTube and at the Facebook. Now that we're actually like situated, it took a second, you know.
Yeah. It was.
Woo! We got new chairs. Chris went out and got us new stuff for the studio. A couple of things that you guys won't see, but yeah, he really got us set up with some things. So thanks, dude.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm sharing the Facebook live feed from my phone. So if you get one, Tyler's mom, I'm sorry. I'm just pressing send on everything. It's all good.
Here in a minute, we'll do our tarot card, and we'll make sure we do our tarot card for the night and everything. And
oh, look at that, Amy Camp is joining us. Of course, we know who that is. It's Other Mother, they call her.
Thanks for joining us. So we're going to be doing that here in a little bit. We're going to be talking about our equipment tonight. I might do a sigil lesson later in the episode.
Why don't you start us with pulling of a tarot card?
All right. Well, let's
do that in the beginning.
Yeah. So if anybody hasn't been here for any of our other streams,
this is a 3.5 show.
Yeah,
we'll call it 3.5 because
it's last night 3.5.
3.5.
We like to shuffle up and do a single tarot card pull to kind of get a guidance, a sign, any kind of message for the for the show, and we're trying to call it just a show now because it's more than just a podcast.
Well, that's where the name came from, is the podcast we used to
we
do.
Started off as a podcast with this kind of show, and then we've moved now to the live platform for this to interact with people and talk more and have conversations and everything.
Do our lives from here,
so
our past investigations from here.
We're going to shuffle this up and everything and get this going. So don't mind us for a second. We'll communicate as we're talking about that.
Oh, Ann came back. She says hi.
Oh, Ann, what's up?
We are here. We are.
And just so you know, Ann, you are mentioned in a compilation video we have that we're setting up and everything. We've talked about you a little bit and everything. So just keep a look up for that. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I would have as many clips that I'd want to have on that. So I went through and I think I'm up to like 30 something clips. Now, some of them aren't very long. Some of them are only like 10, 15, 20 seconds or something. Right. But a couple are like a couple minutes long and everything. But it was just kind of a best of the week. And some of you guys who have been kind of with us along the whole way, you're all mentioned in it and everything. So if any of you have a problem with that, you can definitely message us and be like, hey, don't put me in that video. I have no problem with cutting you out of the video, you know? So I don't want anybody to think they're going to be in a video they don't want to be in.
We'll get to more people shout outs once we get more and more, because this is where it started on the Facebook. So this is our main concentration till the YouTube catches up.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why, and you'll see it on the compilation video I'm working on. I actually did a specific section that are just a couple shout outs to the YouTube shows we did, because, you know, the YouTube is I'm sorry, not the YouTube, the Facebook shows we did. My apologies. Because the Facebook is what has gotten us this far and what's let us interact with you guys. You know, almost all you have come from just the Facebook. So we really appreciate that. And we're glad that you're here with us and everything. So
you don't have YouTube? Well, I mean, you can always, you don't have to put videos out. You can join and
watch you literally can just type in YouTube into your browser and just type in our channel, and you don't have to have a subscription. You can just watch the videos.
Just watch the videos.
Yep. We don't have any restrictions on there where you don't have to have an account with YouTube. You can just watch the videos on there.
You can just watch.
And you can check those out. We have links on our Facebook that will take you directly to some of those YouTube videos.
Yes.
So you can go just down the Facebook stream, click on that link, and it should make you be able to watch that video, no problem. You know, so don't worry about having a YouTube account.
So at one time, Linda Linden was watching, and Erica watched too. I don't know if she's still there. Don't be lurking in there if you're still there, Erica.
Erica, please come hang out with us at least one night this week and come do an episode. I know we're quarantined, but we'll wear masks the whole episode if we need to.
Don't be sick, because you ain't coming in.
Come, just join us for an episode. You know, I would really like to have you over if you're out there watching. You know,
because people ask about you too. We keep explaining.
We talk about you in the clip video and everything. So definitely get out here and come talk to us. All right, Chris, you need to do a little shuffling on that, and we'll get that card pulled. But yeah, and definitely check out those links on there. Joe!
Hey, Joe.
I see you over on the YouTube.
Sneaking up on us like that. What's up, brother?
No, Other Mother is another name for a mother figure to one of his wife's children.
Wife's friends.
Yeah, one of his wife's friends.
That's what her kids used to call her.
Yeah. So his wife, their children, a couple of them, they refer to this lady as Other Mother. So that's what that is. It's not other white meat.
No, it's not the other white meat.
I have had some of the other white meat, so I know what that's like, you know. But thanks for checking in, Joe. Oh, God, there's things moving on their own.
Yeah, you can keep on here. I'll keep an eye on this. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, sir. Here we go.
All right. So as we've been doing, we're going to do
one a night
tarot deck reading. And what we are doing to this for is no problem, dude. One, to get a message. Ooh. And to maybe get some guidance as to how our show is going to go. And two, to kind of inform and show some of the people who are watching who don't know about tarot about some of the cards, and each new card they see, they can maybe learn a little bit more. So we'll cut the deck once.
Oh no. That's a little bit different reach with these chairs, isn't it?
It is a bit different, but it's okay. All right. Ooh. Tonight's card is the Queen of Pentacles. So, ooh. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is another, like the Chariot we pulled on the most recent show.
Okay.
It's another significant card. So I'll pull my phone real quick, pull up the info on that, and we will talk about that for a second. So tonight's tarot card is the Queen of Pentacles.
Queen of Pentacles.
And it was in the non-reverse position, so the straight up position.
Yes, the straight up.
Upright, I'm sorry.
Upright position. There you go.
It means nurturing, practical, providing financiality, and a working parent. So that makes it pretty clear on that one.
We're working.
I guess
I'll be the working grandparent. You're the working.
well, you're a parent
dad.
as well, so we're both working parents, you know.
I know.
And we're trying to eventually to provide financial support in this pod or in the show to maybe in the far future to actually do more with that and everything.
And Joe, that's still on YouTube. I really appreciate you sharing these videos, brother. It helps a whole hell of a lot.
And as for the nurturing aspect, it's kind of nurturing our minds because it's keeping us occupied while we're here at home and everything. Yeah. So I definitely think that's a good card for the night. So we'll keep that face up right here in the front by Ghosty, and we'll continue on. So tonight's tarot card was the Queen of Pentacles, and you can Google that. You can look into that. We used Biddy Tarot for our description tonight, so check that out. And we hope that you guys continue to enjoy these tarot readings because
something that we off the whim. I think we said good suggestion. We do them every night now,
and I think it provides a little bit of guidance. It provides a little message to us.
Everyone
each
needs
episode.
Guidance.
Yeah, and in each message, it gives us a quick little message to know that we're going in the right direction, and that's comforting to us. And I hope it's comforting to you guys. Do we have any questions coming in from the Facebook? Because I'd like to know.
No, we don't have. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot it on the Facebook. Oh, yeah, we appreciate you, Joe. Yeah, because that one you can't. I don't know what, but on my end it's fine. We'll just keep since Joe is chilling with us here on YouTube.
Joe's been here for almost every episode, I think.
Even
right?
the premiere.
Yeah, even the premiere. Thanks, Joe, man. You've been a wonderful person, and you've been so interactive too. So we really appreciate that.
And I'm sure you gave him a shout out too when you did the clipping of the.
Yeah, Joe, you're mentioned in the clip video. You actually a couple of our interactions with you are in that clip video. That will be up tomorrow. I'm sorry, there was more to clip out than I thought. I didn't realize how much of that was just good content interacting with you guys over the past couple of days. So I just want to make sure I have a good video for you guys to see. So be prepared for that tomorrow. I expect to have that out sometime in the mid-afternoon. I'd expect between 2 to 4, you know.
Yeah, you still got to do pull the dad.
Yeah, I got to make sure I wake up and get the kids taken care of in the morning, you know. But 2 to 4, I'll have that up tomorrow.
Hey, speaking of
thanks, Joe. Thanks for looking out for that video.
Thank you, Joe. How many have you watched on this channel? I know you probably watch a lot of my other channel just for exploration. But how many have you watched on this channel? Did you do the binging yet?
Yeah, I know we had some of you guys talking about watching some of the videos we have up on the YouTube. And they're all, even if you have an account or not, they're all easy to access. Just type in, I guess the best way to probably look it up would type in Brunswick Area Paranormal Society.
Oh, he's already subscribed.
Yeah, and I know Joe's looking out but for the people on Facebook and everything.
Yes, yep.
So you can type that in, and if you don't want to type that in, if you're on the Facebook, we've already linked multiple videos up on the Facebook, so you can just click on that link.
And there's a link on the page
you can click on our little icon in the bottom, and that will link you to any of the videos we posted. So it's very easy once you've gotten to that point.
Yeah, we have no questions yet. Hopefully they can still hear us. I guess they would let us know, or Joe would know.
I mean, obviously, Joe's been listening to us because he's interacted with our conversation.
Okay, that's good.
So we've talked about it. We have it in front of us. Let's just show some of our equipment that we have used in the field over the recent investigations and stuff. A couple of the big things I just wanted to show off and get off the table right off the rip. And I laid all my stuff out just so everybody can see it. The first one is on the most previous the most previous video we did. People were asking about some of our favorite, and I mentioned that one of my favorites is just a basic thermal imager or thermal temperature gauge, so that you can see any kind of fluctuations and stuff. So this is my Black & Decker and everything. And if you see that video or the light right there, that's the light I was talking about, and it casts the light on the area you're looking at, so you know exactly where any kind of temperature fluctuations are coming from.
It's a great tool.
That was the temperature gauge I was talking about, and I like that because any kind of temperature gauges are something in that area I feel is draining energy. So that was why I wanted to mention that first off, because that was one of my favorite tools while I'm out in the field. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go blind now. I'm probably done.
Well,
you know?
we tried it on you earlier. It's like, oh, you're healthy. It's like, am I? You're alive. You still.
One of the other things I wanted to point out is my many cameras. You know, are cameras, duh.
Lights.
Flashlights. Wow.
It's
Flashlights, you know, I got them in many different forms. I've got ones that do multiple functions. You know, I definitely try to keep a headlight on, and it has a lot of different settings and stuff. So I keep multiple flashlights on me because I don't want to have to worry about being in a situation where I'm trying to capture footage or something and I don't have a light. And sometimes your lights will just completely drain out for no reason. Yeah. You know, something's definitely draining that kind of energy. So I keep a lot of lights on me when I'm out there.
This one I have, speaking of lights, I got this one on Amazon. It was a tactical light. You don't need the big honking lights. This works just as great because
all mine are small lights. The other light that I have here, it's called a block light, and I actually got it from my wife's grandfather. So it's literally just a D battery, plugs in. It has multiple settings. Yeah, I love this little light. It's literally just plugs in. The battery's most of the part. The light is just this little part right here. So it's easy to throw in like a little fanny pack or like a side pack with you and everything. And it's a nice little quick light just in case your main lights got out. I use it as a backup, but
just an emergency one in your pocket. Yeah.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry you were blinded by the light. Revved up like a douche by the roamer of the night, you know?
Oh, you forgot to lit your candle over there, sir.
Oh, whoa, I forgot to light my little candle. So yeah, those are my little lights. This is I always keep backup batteries with me, and Chris and I always have batteries just ready to go because we get drained so much while we're out in these locations. So we always have batteries and stuff with us.
Your mom says, and it's bright. That's like, yes. Yeah, we try to get the better lights for out there because most of our investigations, except for a couple of them, have been at night. Which, I mean, yeah, we like the night. It's fine, but guess what? Hauntings happen all during the day and night. It doesn't matter the time of day. Just gonna point that out.
Oh, come on, lighter. You give me so much trouble recently.
Maybe he doesn't want to get lit. I think that candle's kind of small.
It's just like just out of there.
It's all right, kid. Bing. Oh, here. I'm going to light this candle behind me while you're doing that.
Sorry, guys. We're lighting candles, okay? We're like that, you know? Jeez.
Well, it doesn't light it. Come on, light up. You know you want to. There we go.
Here you go, sir.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah, now that we got that out of the way. That's a couple of things. Now, Chris was talking the other night about how EVPs are one of his favorite things to record. And I have one of my monitors or one of my EVP recorders, and it's basically just I think I paid $20, $30 on Amazon for this. The company is Evistr, EVISTR, and it's just a basic voice recorder. It's got the mic built in. It plugs in through a micro USB. It has, I think, 16 gigabytes that it can keep stored on the device, which in audio, 16 gigabytes is actually a lot of storage. So this is one of my favorite recorders, and it's so small. I put this up in attics. I've had this in multiple locations, and I have caught a couple of EVPs on this. So This is one of my favorite pieces of equipment. Just like Chris, he likes his audio recorder.
Once you're done, I'll show you this one. This one I just recently got. It's a new updated one with a different kind of filters to help clear out that noise and stuff like that. But it's called the Olympus VN541 PC. And already I have captured some awesome EVPs already. I just have this for a month now. Yeah, about a month. I just had this because the other one kind of got debris and stuff in it. So it was time for an update. So yeah, this is also, like I talked about when someone asked, this is my favorite recorder. So, all right, Tyler, next piece for you.
Now, everybody talks about something that has been mentioned in many paranormal investigations over decades, but EMF detections, electromagnetic fields. And I have my own personal EMF detector. It's very easy to use. And the best footage I've ever gotten on my EMF detector has been out at the Maslin Reformatory. The Reformatory, when we were at the Parapsychon.
Yep.
We were walking through.
Okay, I forgive you.
What's that?
You said Maslin.
Oh God, I said Maslin, Mansfield. I'm so sorry. I grew up in the Wayne County area, and my family lived in the Maslin area for a while. So I mentioned Maslin sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. It was the Mansfield Reformatory. My bad. The Ohio State Reformatory, as otherwise mentioned and everything. If anybody wants to kill me on that in the comment section, I understand. So murder me. I get it. But it is definitely one of my favorite tools. It has a light up function, so I can actually see it in dark places. And we have had some interesting spikes while we've been out in the field. So,
and also don't forget, which should be coming up soon, but we cover this between me and Tyler, have great interaction with both our EMFs. And this one is by AIG Sun. Actually, Erica got this for me for Christmas one time. But yeah, if you see
lift it up a little bit, yeah.
See it right there. I turned it on just for you, and it's showing zeros right now because there's nothing going on.
Yeah, mine was showing zeros too.
Yeah, see, there you go. So yeah, definitely a great tool. We have used this before, especially at the Everett Road Covered Bridge, where we confirmed that the spirit was following me.
Yep.
I'm just going to point that out as a spoiler teaser. That was a great investigation there as well.
And as previously mentioned in a clip, this is the USB-C mic that I have been using on my phone. This caught the most recent Squire's Castle capture where you hear the cry out. It's on our Squire's Castle video on our YouTube page, so go check that out. But this mic is what caught that. So I can just plug this directly into where I would normally charge my phone, and it actually acts as my USB mic. So this has been one of the better tools I've had recently, and I'm very happy that I have something so useful because, the mic on my phone can only pick up so much, and this has definitely been better for me.
We've learned from the Myrtle Hill Cemetery investigation to the Squire's Castle. It was 110% different.
One of the other, do you have a piece of equipment you want to point out?
Actually, I won't get into the other devices till you're done because some people call them as controversial, but we'll get into that later.
Okay.
But
I have a simple device to point out real quick,
go ahead.
And that is my backup batteries for any devices. These are just backup batteries. You plug a USB device in.
This one is great because this is solar.
Hey, Newman, what's up, man? If you have any questions for us, you can check out a little bit of our video before you popped on, or you can just ask us any questions in the comment section. We'll answer anything.
I met him on my other page. So.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking about just right now. We're just talking about some of the equipment we use while we're out paranormal investigating and looking for anything. We're just discussing at this moment having backup batteries. Yeah, we're in Ohio.
Yes, we're in Ohio.
But we're talking about having backup batteries, the kind that you can just plug any USB device in, like your cell phone or certain cameras and stuff. The one in my left hand here, which it might be right-handed looking on the camera,
It's in one of the hands.
But the one here I'm showing right now, it actually has a solar panel built into it. So if I'm investigating during daylight, I can just have that like clip to a backpack, and it's charging the battery while I'm actually doing anything I'm doing. So that's one of the ones I really like. This one, it's a good capacity, but it doesn't have that solar capabilities. I keep a couple on me while I'm investigating, though. So that's another good tool while you're doing things.
While you're doing that, I am from most of our great pictures. I've started using this again. It's our professional camera from Fujifilm. This thing has been great. This also takes great pictures, and I've actually kept some spirits with that as well. With this camera right here, has captured many creepy, eerie, awesome pictures. So always get yourself a good professional camera because it does help.
Yeah, the better the quality. Now, on the topic of like professional cameras, the average high quality smartphone camera is a really good tool as well. You know?
Yes.
That's what I use out there. And most smartphones that are within the past like year or so, you know, you're going to have a really great quality with the camera on that. So
he says, what
I have a Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, and I love the quality of footage I get off of that. I've been using that for a while now. And what type of Fuji?
It is Newman. It is a Fine Pix S4300.
Yeah, so the Fine Pix S4300 on that Fuji.
It is awesome because you also you can take videos on here and panoramic pictures as well.
Yeah, it has a lot of different settings, and like it really gives you a certain edge, you know, when you're using certain cameras like that. Like a lot of the DSLRs are really a good thing to have at least one of those out there when you're in the field, you know.
Hi, Mackenzie from Facebook.
Hi, Mackenzie. And the handy cams, the cell phones, all those different cameras of what we're trying to get set up with next. I think one of our big purchases next is going to be a GoPro setup. We want to have a couple of different GoPros we can use so that it's really easy, small cameras to throw up however we want to. Because we're in so many locations, and sometimes we just want to have a camera in an area just doing its whole thing the whole night, and we don't have to worry about it. We just want to leave it, you know?
So right now I have with me is this little guy. It comes with a case. I got it in its case when it's not
both
charging.
of us have a couple of the knockoff GoPros. You know,
we call them fake GoPros,
Yeah,
but this one's the Vivitar. It's not bad. Actually, the quality is not too shabby, but the battery life, obviously, sometimes the spirits
any
like to
investigation
drain.
we go on, our little GoPros tended to be one of the first batteries.
They like to drain this.
Yeah, they go like that. So unfortunately, sometimes when we're out in the locations, they're not the best options, but they are nice to have because we have gotten footage off of them and everything. So
Newman says, "Man, I need to upgrade." Yeah,
dude,
we
still need to upgrade.
We still need to upgrade too. We've been slowly doing it. Trust me, every time I go into Walmart or Target or Best Buy, I see those nice GoPros now. I'm like, I want.
Yeah. No, we want to have those top-notch equipment because all we want to do is provide the best quality evidence for people. And when you have those better cameras and stuff, it can make it a little easier.
Hi, Mackenzie.
What's up?
From Facebook. Glad you can join us tonight.
All right, so we've been asking.
We forgot the most important camera right now, which is filming us. That one that's filming us also has what you saw on the Squire's Castle investigation, and future ones is the night vision mode.
Night vision.
There you go.
Yeah,
you gotta have night vision.
If you look at some of our night vision footage, that's the camera that is actually filming us for the show right now has provided our night vision footage. So you know, it's definitely been a great camera for us.
Glad you're wearing deodorant, Tom. Anyway,
I definitely threw some on for the show. Don't worry. But it's definitely. Let me go look at that real quick to get the exact model on that, so you guys know.
Wow, I see this face. It's the brand is fine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a Zohulu. So it's Zohulu.
Zohulu.
It's the 4K model for that.
4K. Gotta have the 4K.
Yeah, we wanted to have the 4K for that for
That's
sure.
our only 4K, really.
That is our only 4K camera. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I think our cameras on our phones are probably
4K.
about the same. Probably might even be a little bit better because they're pretty new. But that is the best camera we have in the house outside of those. So it is a great tool for us to use, and it's night vision, which is a big, big deal because it has its own built-in stuff for that, the lighting and everything.
And also, Newman Outdoors, I have used this camera on my other page as well during the day, and it comes out great, like awesome, great.
Yeah. So
thank you, Tyler's mom. She said great equipment so far. We're trying.
Yeah, well,
we're slowly getting there.
The only piece of equipment I have, other than, you always got to keep something to protect yourself on there.
Protection.
Just keep a small blade on yourself. It's a really easy thing to keep.
No
make sure it's within the legal limits and stuff.
No other people touching. No spirits touching.
Keep your social distancing. Social distancing. The other thing I keep always is just a pack of smudges, and this one right here is a cedar, white sage, and blue sage smudge pack and everything.
We always got to have that now.
Yeah, exactly. I've been buying recently, and I actually just put an order in with Grove and Grotto. It's out of Texas. And it's been a really good company for me because they provide all the different like herbs and smudges and equipment that I need, and like I actually got the protective talisman that I wear from that. So, check it out. It's just type in Grove and Grotto on Google, and you should be able to find their website pretty easy. And I know they have a Facebook as well, so check them out on there as well.
All right.
That's the main equipment we keep on us. Now we have other things.
We have other things.
We actually, the tripod we're using for the camera that's videotaping us right now is the same tripod we have in here. And it's a Empico. And I actually got these from my mother, which she's in the Facebook chat right now.
Thanks, Tyler's mom.
But she gave us a couple of really nice tripods for all our different cameras. And the different cameras we use, most of them have attachments that allow us to attach us really easy to this, because the tripod, it has a squared off section here that you can lock most different devices into. Yes. And they have attachments and stuff. And, most of them can fit to the fixtures we have. So the tripods we have work for almost all the cameras we have, which is really nice. So a good tripod is how you get that really nice steady footage. And if you're ever setting a camera up somewhere in like a corner or in an area where you don't want to have to worry about it for a little bit, a good tripod makes it a lot easier. And then if it gets knocked over, you have to wonder, because these kind of tripods, they're heavy duty. And it's not something that's going to get knocked over very easy. So definitely pick yourself up a couple good tripods.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Newman Outdoors. Glad you can catch us live. We appreciate it. And your mom said, welcome.
Awesome.
Okay, so we want to get into the kind of controversial. Some of them call it controversial.
Well, okay. So
explain
when you're using certain devices, sometimes the what is it?
Reputation.
No, it's there's another.
I don't know what you're going for. It's begins with the R.
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. But
it's okay, Tyler. We forgive you.
I know. I can't believe
we're all human.
This hard, right now.
Oh, you're fine.
Whatever. How much you could take it, whether with it be a grain of salt or actually take it as a complete fact. The devices we're going to show you next are devices that sometimes people dismiss or disprove and say that they're not actually worth it. The one we'll show you next, it uses radio signals and it bounces in between them. And Chris will give you the device name on that and everything. And these are devices that we have picked up evidence with, but some of it has been disputed and everything. But what is that device exactly called?
This one is the PS7 Spirit Box.
Okay, is that the one we got off of Jason?
This is not the one. This is actually made by ITC Research, and I will put it right here. Also, for that device, I gotta show the speaker too. Because
Yeah, we use a little speaker because sometimes it's harder to hear. So we use a speaker so that we can hear the things that come through it clearer while we're on investigations.
And I've got this nice little. It's also Bluetooth and it has a audio jack
And
connection.
That's a JBL.
That is a JBL.
JBL has been making professional audio equipment for a lot of years, so it's a very good speaker.
So next one we got, go ahead and explain. We got from Jason from Paranormal Den. We appreciate you.
And if you check out on our YouTube, I have a video of Chris and Jason testing this equipment, and we do have audio responses to this exact device with both of them out there. We've mentioned in previous videos that Jason is a very spiritually active person. His presence just draws in attention itself. So please check out that video so you understand how this device operates. We have a video where we explain it, we show it, we get evidence, and Chris and Jason are out there talking about this. So just go check that out when you get the opportunity. But for the time being, what's the
this is you actually can look this up on YouTube. You can hack it to the way where you can use it as a spirit box. It works just the same as the PS7 spirit box. It's an old Radio Shack. Excuse me, because I can't read. I had my flashlight. It's a very back in the 2000s actually. 12-802 Radio Shack. That's been professionally hacked, like the PS7 spirit box, where you can use it just the same.
And when we talk about hack, it means it's just cutting out a lot of the background signal, and it's only looking for those clear signals coming through.
So it can sweep.
Yeah, so it can sweep back and forth between those radio signals, and not something you have to like scroll through with your finger and stuff. So look into things like that. Watch that video. We have a very, very good example of how that thing operates. So on that video.
We use either or of these. Now, guys from Paranormal Quest do a paddle box to this one, which cuts out a lot of that static. I'm going to tell you what, the evidence we got one time from Everett Road, I'm just going to put that out there. That's that 1%. There is that 1% that's actual the spirit. So anyway.
So yeah, that's a lot of the stuff we had out on the most recent equipment or those most recent investigation.
That's what I figured. You had the battery packs and stuff. I didn't want. I have those as well, like he does.
Yeah, and I don't think I had really anything else out with us. You know, we keep headphones on us just in case we need to check something on the field. You know, that's just kind of a given.
That's a given.
Yeah, I use a pair of skull candies.
And I got one hanging up over here. So
it's just. It's not anything that's like top notch, the best of the best, but it's equipment that we've used and we've tested in the field and we have gotten results. So
on the plans of what I actually want is what's affordable for us, since we're kind of a budget. Yes, we still got other things to pay for. I do want a REM pod. Those always are great in investigations. And a K2 meter.
Yep.
Great. Those two are on our list of the next equipment that we're going to purchase, plus the GoPros. But
just a quick look into any kind of like just a Google search or a YouTube search on REM pods, and you'll see the quality of evidence people get from that piece of equipment.
Well, there's also those 360 motion things that go around, light it up. Paranormal Quest uses that a lot. There's also like motion little balls and stuff like that light up.
Yeah.
Or the trigger object, the motion animals for kids. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff out there.
And something we've talked about in the past putting together, but it gets a bad rap sometimes on any kind of investigative stuff, is using the Xbox Kinect and
SLS camera.
Yeah, the SLS camera on that.
That gets a lot of flack too.
Yeah, because it is a motion caption camera. So if it's programmed right, if you're using the right program with it, you could find some kind of evidence, but unfortunately, it's also easy to fake the evidence on something like that, and that's why it gets a bad rap. You know,
it does get a lot of bad rap.
Yeah, so that's something we could put together, but we haven't really decided whether we wanted to or not. You know,
and please I'm going to tell you this right now because I've learned from the past. Any phone app does not work.
Yeah, the phone apps.
No. Sorry.
We've tried them and we've just been annoyed by most of them.
It's like that programming, like Mike Secker said. No.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Now, real quick, guys.
I'm sorry if you like to use the apps. Okay, that's your preference. We're not going to judge you over that.
Yeah.
But we just don't use the apps anymore. No.
Now, in the comment section, pop out if you have heard of a piece of equipment that we haven't used. Maybe give us an insight to that, or point out to something we haven't talked about in this, because there might be something out there you guys have heard of that we haven't.
What is it?
I gotta step away for 1 second. I gotta check some upstairs.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
It's that motion sensor music box. I've seen Amy's Crypt.
Yeah, the ones that as soon as something comes by,
you turn it. It's like a motion. It sets off the little music box. Yes, and they use these. And some people use those little motion lighted cat balls. If they touch it, it lights up. Now, I like the motion lighting stuff. That's fine. Maybe we would like to include that, but there's so much that could affect it. Just like some of these meters and stuff like that, you can use the K2 or the EMF detector. Here's a smart thing. If you have your phone on you, turn on airplane mode. That'll take out all the flack and all the noise that's on there. Yeah, you heard of them? Yeah, Tyler's mom. Yeah, I've seen a couple of them use the music box, the motion lighted music box in a couple episodes. Amy's Crypt on YouTube, they use that a lot on there, and a lot of people use the spirit box. We're not going to give you. We still use it occasionally. There's that 1% that comes up. We don't put everything we catch because we can dismiss it sometimes as just radio noise. And that 1% actually come up intelligent spirit, intelligent response. So, yeah. Any other guys you want to throw down there that you've seen or we haven't talked about? Any other equipment? So, throw it down in the comments below, and I would, once he gets back, last night he left off of before it got out. We were talking about on the cryptid side of things, like the Yeti and the Bigfoot. And I was talking about Carl Johnson. He was a demonologist that he's been at the Conjuring House up there. Excuse me if I call it the Conjuring House because I forget the name of the actual, it's on a farm, but it is a real intense place I have heard from past investigations. And no, I don't go off ghost. Zach Bagans, when he investigated, he's overacting, but Carl Johnson has been with them, and he's actually a 100% guy you can trust when it comes to that.
Yeah, Carl Johnson's been doing this probably since before Zach Bagans was ever born.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was going to, while you were gone, I was saying we're going to leave off because you were talking about Bigfoots and Yetis yesterday before we got cut out.
Yeah, I went over the footage, and a lot of my stuff didn't come through on my talks of my hike to find some kind of evidence of a Bigfoot in Ohio. So, 1 second, sorry, I feel like cough coming on.
No, it's not the Rona.
Not the Rona. Don't worry. Myself, I went out alone, and it's something I would never recommend, especially trying, and I call it Bigfoot hunting. I'm not hunting him. I'm not out there with like a rifle or something trying
Bigfoot
to kill him.
Observation.
But it's Bigfoot observation. It is told as Bigfoot hunting by people who do just observe him, but I don't want that term to get misconstrued when I'm talking on here because I do have a hunting background in my family. So, but I went out to Mogador Reservation. It's here in Ohio. It's about an hour away from where we live. And I went on a 14-mile hike. Just went through a lot of areas where there have been reported sightings of a Bigfoot-like creature. And it was a little intimidating at certain points. I had at one point, I I had a couple objects thrown my way, and I don't know what did them. It might have just been some people out there, because there were people out there fishing and doing other things. But I had like a rock or something thrown my way. It was really weird. But I hiked out there for a long part of the day, and I saw a couple things that could be maybe considered as like Bigfoot huts or something, but nothing that was substantial enough evidence to really claim any kind of like, oh, that was definitely a Bigfoot, or oh no, that was definitely something like, no. I definitely want to go out there again because it's a huge area. I hiked one side of the reservoir and back, and I want to go to the other side and hike and see if I see anything different. But I had a lot of fun, and even the parts that were a little scary were definitely fun. If you're ever looking for a Bigfoot, I would recommend you have somebody with you, maybe a small group with you, because if you are to possibly encounter a creature of that nature,
you don't want to be alone.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do anything to defend yourself if it is aggressive. And most have been reported as not aggressive, but there are reports of some of them that have been aggressive. So if those are true, I wouldn't take any risks.
Hide and seek, champ.
Hide and seek, champ. So that's definitely my experience on that. Now, talking about things that didn't come through last night, we were also talking about protecting ourselves, and I mentioned some of my sage and everything. Chris, did you want to go over that prayer last night that you?
I can. Excuse me. I can read a small. This is what, like I was talking about before Tyler came back. Carl Johnson uses part of this. I do not remember what verse and chapter it is. I just copied down the words, most likely. Let me get in here. But you can probably, if you do read the Bible or go into it, one of them starts off the armor of God. I'm sure you can go on digital and on a Google. There's a Bible on Google probably.
Oh, you can find it anywhere, yeah.
Test, and then one other is test of spirits. The part I'm going to read is a small part from the armor of God that Carl Johnson uses every time he goes into these very high negative or demon. There's some demons. Not everything's a demon.
Not everything's a demon.
Nope. All right, here we go.
And then God said on the earth, not everything's a demon.
Yeah, true. Finally, be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Wow.
Yeah.
That says a lot. And this is why he uses this. He says this before he goes into any investigation. And I said, I need to copy this. And we want to put this on a small card for us sometimes to carry around in my wallet or when I'm going on investigations, because this seems very powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll read some more later, but I figured that part says a lot right there.
And that is something that I'm glad that I had exposure to certain Christian values so I can respect something like that,
Like you said, you got to have open mind. Yeah, I've opened my mind.
I'm open my mind to certain Christian elements, even though I'm not technically considered myself a Christian.
Yeah.
I do appreciate a lot of Christian elements,
There is, and those people that form, like you were talking about, it's going to be my mind.
We're blanking a little bit. It's okay.
We're blanking.
It's not, but those people who form those negative opinions and those people, the best thing I saw about it, and I mentioned it earlier.
Oh yeah, we talked about this before we got cut out last time.
Yeah. God appreciates a positive or a good doing atheist more than a condescending or a judgmental Christian, So
right.
If you're a Christian who's going around judging people for any beliefs, your own God doesn't appreciate that, So you're actually doing against your own God. So it's not a thing I would recommend to do. We're talking about all kinds of things because we don't want to limit our minds. Just because we don't want to limit our minds doesn't mean we're going against God. And I think that would be a silly thing to talk about.
You don't get into something like that. You don't comment on our page and not even watch our episodes, read what I share on an almost daily basis for the past year and a half now.
This man has worn a cross on every investigation we've ever gone on.
It is a Celtic cross my wife bought me at a store in a mall in Indiana.
He is a very actually something that has existed before Christianity, but I protection for everybody who is watching our stream and everything against anything that's going on in the world, against any negativity that anybody has put upon them and everything. So what I want to do, I'm going to show how a sigil works, break it down the elements, show you how to break it down.
And we did a sigil in a negative and whatnot. Oh no. You're cutting out some, of course.
Oh no.
It's I looked over and your mom commented on Facebook as soon as we talked. Again, we talked about that negative. Gosh dang it. Sorry, guys. We apologize. For the ones, Joe, if you're still watching, because we might cut the YouTube off so we can just concentrate on Facebook and restart again. Okay, dude. Well, we'll get past this. We always
do. I know. It's just a bummer. Where's my phone?
I don't know what you did with your phone.
I got it right here. Oh, it's been on the floor. Oh.
It keeps. And that's not. I don't know if it's doing on this end.
I'm gonna end them, and then we'll just come back on the Facebook. I'm sorry, everybody. Check us out on Facebook, okay?
Yeah, if you
sorry.
If you're still watching, Joe, just cut on over to the Facebook.